Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Stephen Greer. I'm really happy to be with you for our final segment. This is the sort of virtual online premiere of Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Since we're all at home, we're just doing this from our homes, and I hope you've enjoyed the other people we've had on, the director, Michael Mazzola, and Dr. Russell Targ, and Joe Martino, and Daniel Sheehan. So this last segment will be shorter. I want to do just a short meditation for everyone for universal peace. So we'll do a CE-5 meditation. You see that I'm ready for at the end of that. I'm going to party hardy. I got Mardi Gras beads, and we're going to have a little bit of Prosecco, and we're going to toast. But we'll do that after we meditate. Let's meditate first. So again, I'd like to thank everyone who supported the film. Particularly all of you who contributed to CE5film.com and have crowdfunded this, made this possible. It's a great accomplishment. All of you, thank you so much for all of your help. We are #1 globally, worldwide on iTunes already. And with your support and help and sort of getting the word out on our behalf, let's stay there. And I'm hoping that all of you also who see the film will get the new CE5 Contact app. That's the name of it, CE5 Contact. And it has an entire training program in it, as well as a networking feature, kind of like a dating app would have, where you can see who's in your area and click them on and begin to chat with them, message them, and create a CE5 team. And in the future, coming weeks, we'll have some of these live stream events about forming a team, how to function out under the stars, what kind of amazing experiences you might expect, different kinds of phenomenon that happen, because there's so much to that. You know, this 2-hour feature film, to contain all the information it would need to have, would have to be a 100-hour film. So hopefully in the future, now that I've had our wonderful team at Pursuing X and Michael Moriarty and Lori Moriarty help me figure out how to do this YouTube live program, we can do more of this going in the future. So you should get on your party beads. And if you have a boa, we lost all our boas. We had big feather boas we were going to put on, but they all kind of fell apart from a previous New Year's Eve party. But it's good to be silly. It's good for the heart. And it's fun having fun. So what we're doing for the planet is awesome, but we can have fun doing it. And I have found that when we're out under the stars, we're sort of just being silly after we've done our meditations is when the ETs often show up most, because they're very interested in humans and they actually have a great sense of humor. So there's nothing wrong with having a good time and balancing the seriousness of what we're doing with the beauty of being all together in consciousness, and then playing and being playful with one another and also with these interstellar visitors who are with us. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to lead a meditation, and the purpose of this meditation, we'll do a breathing technique first, and then we're going to do a meditation that will be focused on all of us coming together, inviting these civilizations in universal peace to interact with us. So wherever you are on the earth, when I'm getting to the part where I'm showing them where we are, show the ETs where you are. And if it's nice enough to go out in your yard or wherever you are, go out and invite them to come and visit you. And if you do this with a pure heart and a clear intent, they'll do it. They're really very excited, these civilizations, that humans are awakening to the power of consciousness in its infinite cosmic component, and that we're coming together to do this. And together we're going to create this big transformation in society, where we go from a broken society to a society that is healed and becomes interstellar into the future. So that's why we're here. And the CE5 protocols and initiative that you're all learning about will enable all of us together to move into the future. And the future is so beautiful. It's a future where there will be no pollution, because we'll have 0-point energy. We'll have a peaceful civilization based on the quality of this state of consciousness that is a singularity of mind, the pure state of consciousness. And we'll be in a period of an age of enlightenment that all of the ancestors before us have spoken about. And for thousands of years, seers have seen this time we're living in. And we're all very blessed to be on this planet to contribute in whatever way we can to the creation of a new world. And, you know, that's how this documentary film ends. It's me recounting this experience that Colonel Corso had when back in 1956, I was 1 year old, and this UFO came in at White Sands missile range during the broad daylight, and they tracked it on radar. He went out in his Jeep, this craft landed, and he came out and had this meeting with this ET. After a few minutes of the craft materializing and dematerializing, phasing in and out of space-time, he then connected to the ET that could communicate not only innately, but also technologically with thought. And the ET was asking the colonel to turn off the weapon systems that were piggybacking on the radar systems, which were exactly a little more advanced type of what happened in 1947 at Roswell when we knocked down those ET craft that crashed there. Those were not accidental. Those were deliberately downed craft. And so this being a young Army Air Force colonel, he basically said to the ET that asked him to stop shooting at them, he said, "What's in it for me?" And the ET said, "A new world, if you can take it." So here we are, 64 years later. I would suggest 2/3 of a century later, we evolved to where we can accept the new world that has been forestalled for so long and create a new civilization on this planet. That's what we're doing with mass meditation. And I want to thank all of you for joining us. So what I want to do now, if we can close our eyes, all of us together, I'll lead us into a meditation. Let us take a deep breath in with our nose and out with our mouth. With each inward breath, we see our minds expanding, and we are relaxed and centered. And we see the prana, the life force, the chi of the breath of Mother Earth, filling our bodies with conscious light and energy. And with each exhalation, we become centered and relaxed. And exhale fully and see all of your limitations and concerns drifting off into the purifying breath of Mother Earth and becoming quiet and calm. And let us breathe in deeply, become awake and energized. And let us exhale fully and relaxed and in deep peace together. And so, being in this relaxed state of consciousness, let us quietly observe the breath, breathing normally now. And gently, without straining, become aware of the conscious mind watching the breath. Become aware of awareness. And so without straining, we allow our mind to shift from watching the breath to observing itself. Become aware that you are awake. And then behold that consciousness whereby you are hearing my voice and perceiving yourself is a singularity. It is one. And that everyone on earth and every being in the cosmos that is conscious and awake is awake by the same single light of pure consciousness. Infinite, beyond space, eternal, beyond time, omnipresent. And so we behold this ocean of infinite consciousness that is teeming within all things and is the foundation of our own being. And very gently, we let go of our attachment to the world and ourselves, and gently go into that infinite ocean of conscious light. Calm, infinite, pure. And in this beautiful consciousness, we behold that ourselves and all that exists in creation are like ripples or waves, coming and going, emerging, rising and falling from this one ocean of infinite pure consciousness. And we experience the vast infinity within ourselves that is always there and will always be there. Being thus centered in this pure and quiet state of consciousness, we see that all beings are awake. And just like a beautiful cathedral with thousands, millions of pieces of stained glass, making a beautiful mosaic, each one is unique, and each of us are its own unique creation. And yet the light of consciousness is one. Just as there is one sun illuminating every beautiful window in this cathedral of existence. And so we feel great peace and great calm as we see that we are all one in spirit. There is one pure conscious field manifesting within each of us. And now being centered in that knowledge and in that experience, gently become aware of the space around you where you are sitting. And if you are with others, the people who are in your house. And see that they are conscious, just as you are awake. But we are anchored into the center of that vast infinite ocean of conscious light And we see that we are all phasing, emerging from that great one being. And now let us be aware that the space around us is not empty space, but the structure of space and time and all matter is in fact pure consciousness resonating, phasing, and it is all awake. And so let us rise upward above our houses very gently and see where we are from above in the sky. And we behold wherever we are, our neighbors and the land around us. And as we gaze with the eye of oneness that is awake now within us, we see that all beings and all who dwell on earth are really part of this vast ocean of pure conscious being. And we are not separate, but always one. And then we rise further up into the sky, so we see the cities that are around us and the far countryside, and gently rise upward into the upper atmosphere of the earth. And we see that the earth is this beautiful blue planet with about 8 billion people. And we realize that the earth herself is a conscious, intelligent being. And she is female and conscious and sacred. And she is aware of awareness even as we are. And thus we may be one with the earth. And then effortlessly, we rise upward outside the earth into space. And we see the moon, which is full. And it is the supermoon for 2020. And we see the other planets in our solar system, and the sun, and Mercury, and Venus, and Mars, and the beautiful rings of Saturn. And then we behold that the entire solar system and every planet within it is in fact pure cosmic mind, manifesting as worlds. And the consciousness within us and the consciousness of the cosmic being in space is one. And if you wish to see any place, you need only connect to this aspect of your own self that is infinite and unbounded, not limited by space or time. And so effortlessly we gaze across the cosmos, our solar system, the near star systems, the Milky Way galaxy with its spiral arms, intergalactic space, the Andromeda galaxy, which is a twin galaxy of the Milky Way, also spiral. And as our mind traverses the cosmos effortlessly and playfully, we see that all of this is conscious and awake. And the conscious mind within us is always, ineffably, always one with that same infinite consciousness, which is pouring forth all worlds, all beings, all galaxies, all dimensions, all realms. And so it is, we are ambassadors to the universe. And wheresoever we may sense there is an intelligent civilization capable of reaching us, whether it be in thought or in light or in spacecraft. We connect to them and welcome them to Earth. And we explain that we are ambassadors from Earth to their people, and we invite them here in universal peace, the foundation of which is universal consciousness. And so whatever may come to your awareness, wherever you may see life in the cosmos, greet them in peace and invite them to join us in this meditation. And very gently show them the location of the Earth, which is one of the outer spiral arms of the Milky Way galaxy. And show them our star system and the Earth, the third planet from the sun. And just zoom in effortlessly and show them where you are. And show them who you are and who you are with. And invite them to manifest in any way that is safe for this time and place, for them and also for us, as we gather together in this amazing time we live in. And then as we see them, we ask them to join with us in this meditation and prayer for the healing of the earth and humanity. And with our hearts resonating in perfect harmony with our minds, and our consciousness is infinite, and our hearts are made wide and filled with infinite love. We ask them to join us as we gaze upon the earth in all her beauty and all of humanity with all its potential, and ask that healing and peace be vouchsafed to the earth, and that we enter into a time of universal peace on earth and throughout the cosmos. And as we gaze upon the earth from our innermost heart and this deep cosmic mind, we ask these interstellar civilizations to join us as we send a pure light of golden healing and peace that permeates the earth and all who dwell upon her. And wheresoever there is illness, we see healing emerging from within. And wherever there is ignorance, we see the light of knowledge dawning. And wheresoever there is conflict, we see people turning to the oneness of the great mind, and that we are all one in this infinite conscious spirit. And wherever there is greed and the abuse of power, we see those hearts opening and turning, transforming into people who help all of humanity attain its potential. And wherever there is secrecy and the hiding away from the benefit of humanity, sciences and technologies that could heal and give us free energy and solve the problems of the earth and the burden we have placed upon her, we see those who wield that secrecy, realizing that this is the dawn and the beginning of openness and transformation. And as we do this, we gaze upon the earth with the eye of oneness and with a heart filled with kindness. And we see the earth transformed in such wise that as we go forward from this moment, we behold a future where humanity will be functioning as one and the earth will be transformed. And we will have open contact with the people from the stars who have been waiting for us for a very long time. And so let us affirm that this is within our ability and that we have seen this future, the good future that awaits us, and banish any doubt that it will come to pass. And as we come together as a people to go forward in peace, we will find that the cosmos will greet us with open arms, and we will have before us a new world, a civilization that will go forward for 5,000 centuries without war, without poverty, and we will become an interstellar people. So let us hold that in our hearts and let our actions and our words manifest this time of enlightenment. Namaste. Well, thank all of you. If you want to emerge back into your rooms from your journey, it's wonderful that we have made it this far, and I have no doubt we'll make it the rest of the way, shall we, together? And so before I close, we wanted to end around 9:30. We're going to celebrate. I wish I had a boa, but next time we'll have a boa. I know, I'm very silly. My children are rather embarrassed. Why not? But we're also going to toast. So if you wish to have a little toast, you can do an astral virtual conscious one if you don't have anything. But my wife and I and a friend that's here, we're going to have a toast, and we're going to toast to universal peace and to the beginning of a new world. And we are ready to accept it. Bless all of you. And here we go. Again, thank all of you. Have a great time with the CE-5 protocols. Go out under the stars tonight or wherever you are and hook up with other people through these technologies that we have now where we can be in isolation but still be connected. We'll talk to you all again soon. And again, thank you for your help, everyone who's been involved. Good night.